Igbo means shanan. It means to mold the child, to cast the child, to carve the child, and to direct the child the way he will go. When he grows up, he will not depart from it. And so, the future of a child can be predicted from today. I was in primary 4 when my father told me in the mud house at Okere that I would become a medical doctor. I became that medical doctor. And I worked in the same hospital where my father was coming to collect refuse. So my father saw the future. I'm a man from Otokutu. The church there, the Christians there did a program. They said, the light has come. I told them, no, my father saw the light many years back. And he told me that I was going to be a medical doctor. And I became the light. I became the second medical doctor in that community. I will take my eldest son. When I go into my theater, I will write on his hand, Professor. Professor, I will tell you you're going to become a professor of medicine. Today, he's an orthopedic surgeon. I operated on black people, but he's operating on white people in Germany. I put the future in his mind. I want to quickly say that Costa Rica in South or Central America gave free education in 1869. 1869, they disbanded their army. They said the salary the army would earn, let us use it to train our children. That was 1869. That was the now in 1869. Today, the future in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is one of the most peaceful countries in South America. Costa Rica exports brains, not products, brains. And the remittances from those that they send overseas to work is a great percentage of their GDP. Costa Rica is one of the most peaceful countries in South America. You hardly see immigrants running to America. Instead, Americans come to school in Costa Rica. I want to ask you a simple question. We have terrorism in the north. Have you ever seen a terrorist, a bandit that was arrested that is a graduate? All of them are illiterate. And so, any community, any nation that does not pay value to education will breed criminality. I went to Springs in South Africa to speak. One lousy white South African, Indian South African, when they introduced me as Dr. Charles Apoki from Nigeria. Oh, he said, from Nigeria? I said, yes. He said, you people are criminals. I told him, my friend, shut up your mouth. I fought for your independence in school. I said, criminality is intelligence looking for manifestation in the midst of oppression and deprivation. When a brain is sharp and a brain is intelligent and there is no opportunity, it must look for a place to manifest. A man in his book, Gaining Favor from God and Man, William Taylor, wrote in 1876, that the idle mind, that Satan tempts every person, but the idle mind tempts Satan. The mind that is not busy will tempt Satan. So when our children are not given academic training very early, you will find out that they will be the one that will tempt Satan. A boy just macheted a girl to death, I think in Ozoro, for stepping on his phone. That boy is a Yahoo boy. Most probably, people who want to short circuit to get to wealth, to get to excellence. Greatness and the future has principles, has practices, has processes, has philosophies and procedures. If you reach there suddenly, you will come down suddenly. So, Sigmund Freud said that the personality of an adult is formed to 75 degrees percentage within the first 5 years of life. That is what your child will become in future. Within the first 5 years of life, you can form that child. Now, they did an experiment in Stanford University. A professor called Walter Mitchell. They gave children something like buns to eat. They said, if you don't eat it in 15 minutes, when we come back, we will give you another one. And they found out that the children who ate their own and those who did not eat their own were followed for 40 years. They found out that those who did not eat their own, who were patient, who had mechanisms of not eating immediately, of practicing delayed gratification, that they became more successful, they had more stable marriages, they did not go into drug addiction. That training to wait, delayed gratification, to wait, expecting a result, enabled them to excel. They also found out that those who ate their own, when they trained them the principle of delayed gratification, they also excelled. School is delayed gratification. Today, when you see our young girls, they want to follow Yahoo boys. They were interviewing in secondary school. They said they will prefer Yahoo boys. When you go to TikTok, you will see them. You get yash, you get breast, you get fine face, you'll be white material, With illiteracy, you won't see tailor to sew you. If you carry illiteracy, you know the see tailor when you sew your material. The maximum you can become is to marry a fellow idiot and produce pieces. So, I attended government college Ugeli, and my seniors are here. The naval captain, my senior, and I was thinking this was the junior Igbo term. That's why I called him my senior. You see, we were trained and cultured there. I don't cross laws. I went to Umuahia to preach, and they were crossing the law. I didn't cross the law. I told them at government college, we don't cross laws. That training, I don't go late to places. That training of punctuality, I don't go late to places. I take my time and wait for my turn. I never have driven against traffic. I don't drive against traffic. And that training helped me, formed me, and made me who I am. And so secondary school children and proprietors, because after this lecture I'm running to my school, I run schools. If you don't train children to be orderly when in school, if they start jumping windows when they're in school, when they go to the house of assembly, they will carry mace and break each other's heads. Let me quickly let you know, the future will embarrass you if you don't prepare for it. Today, we are looking for people's certificate as if we are looking for snail. My school number at government college is 72/019. My matriculation number at University of Ibadan is 25954. Okowa was in the same hall with me. So you don't look for my certificates, they are there. You don't start bringing certificates as if you are welding a gate. Don't look at me like that, you can't do me anything. So, train your children. Research has shown that if a woman, a girl gets pregnant without marriage, gets pregnant without graduation, the likelihood is that the daughter will also be like that. So young girls, sex will wait for you. Sex will wait for you. Young man, don't let your erection give you direction. The penis is an irresponsible organ. It doesn't get on again. Sex is cheap, but the consequences are expensive. When the Yoruba girls are carrying books, now our children are not carrying books. In Fupri here, they wanted to do interview. The Hausa boys came with PhD. The Yoruba boys came with PhD. Majority of our people came from non-academic staff. So, if we don't train the graduates that will take over from us, we will not have people, even if the refinery is sited here, that will work in the refinery. We do not want to away children to be always going to block gates. We want them to be invited to take over administrative procedures and processes in this country. Are we still together? One of the things must learn in school is that the extracurricular activities are not wasted. They are training you for the future. A company in Port Harcourt invited me. They told me, how much will it cost us to give a lecture for 1 hour? I told them it's $250,000. $250,000 for 1 hour. He said, doctor, you are expensive. I said, I went to good schools. And I paid good school fees. The man that was carrying me said, off your phone. So I off the phone. Said she would call back. She called me back. Doctor, is that the last price? I said, the last price. $250,000. She said, we will pay. I said, madam, I stay in Sweet Spirit Hotel. And I stay in a suite there. It's 90,000 naira a night. She said, we will pay. I said, please, you will remit the money before I come. $250,000 enter. We are giving you 100,000 now. A time will come when only one thing you do will be enough to pay back multiple folds to this community. I went to speak in 2 places. By the time I left the 2 places with police escort, I had 1 million in my hand. Only 2 lectures. And education is not a scam unless you don't go to that. Not a scam unless you collect your certificate like snail. My wife was telling me, don't travel. You are traveling too much to speak. I gave her the checkbook. I said, madam, withdraw 1 million. You know what he tell me? When are you traveling again? And you know, that money, 2 lectures with big jeep, with police escort, with big hotel, covered all the school fees my father paid. So we're investing into the best bank in the world by giving these children scholarship. For this good story, I will have stopped school in class 2. 1973, my father retired from the council. And he couldn't pay 22 naira at government college. 22 naira or 45 naira, couldn't pay. And he went to meet one of his Urobo friends. And the Urobo friend asked him, which school your pikin dey go? He said, at government college. He tell my papa say, you don't see poor man school to send your pikin go. Now government college. He said, they don't prevent person from getting big teeth. Say, but they must get big lip to cover them. My father had one blind eye. My father came. He was crying, and I saw tears from that blind eye. It grieved my spirit. And I swore I will never fail this man. I will have stopped school in class 2. In 2015, Urobo Progress Union needed a guest speaker. I was their guest speaker. And as I stood up to speak, I had a walking stick. I gave it to one chief sitting behind me. You know the chief? The chief was the son of that man who told my father, I don't go there. Le tuga go there na the level of tomorrow. Let him go to his son held my walking stick. Education gives you the privilege to play a return man and score a hat trick. Am I talking to somebody? I will have stopped in class 2. Recently, Archbishop Idaosa sent her car to come and carry me. He came with police, came to my school, and they were driving me to Benin to speak. And professors were the people I was going to speak to in the first service. And I sat near Idaosa's son. I acted as usher for Idaosa. But now I am a co-speaker with his son. Education is a leveler. The background can be bad. But education will give you a good figure. Recently, I was in Winners Chapel to speak with Apoki's son. And they gave me a topic, but I chose my own topic, the ghetto millionaire. Because in those days, when your millionaire would pass it, my father will run out to come and look at him. But me, I'm not running out to look at his son. We are in the same level. When you are schooling and you are schooling well, you are telling the future, I am coming. Wait for me, I will arrive. I wanted to say that extracurricular activities in schools are not wasted. Venerable Igri Akomunuwan was in charge of debate in the University of Ibadan. And as a medical student, we won the entire debate trophy. And I started debating from Government College Duweli. When I went to Port Harcourt to speak to that same company, the daughter of the former deputy governor, Toby, was invited to speak before me. They did not introduce me. They introduced themselves. I was the only Yoruba man in the hall. I sat near one manager in that oil company. He refused to acknowledge me when I greeted him. Education builds confidence. When men treat you like trash, when you exhibit knowledge, they will pay cash to listen to you. And when the daughter of Toby, CNN reporter of the year, director of NBC, that when she spoke, as she spoke, I remember our debate strategies. As she was speaking, I was adding notes to my own, doing research. When they called me to speak, I shouted, "Go Corey!" And I took the microphone and I started to manifest. It's not only demons that manifest. Manifestation is the discharge of your content. And I went there and went there. Am I talking to somebody? I started to speak. Not me, young men. I read with lantern in a mud house. I read the Guinness Book of Records from cover to cover. I will go to Palm Group and read Newsweek. I will buy second-hand Newsweek, buy second-hand books, because I was seeing today. I wish my father could just wake up and see me for 5 minutes. He died too early. But I became the doctor before he died. And I came back. They invited me to a Gama hotel where he was a gate man. My father would sit at the gate. My classmates working in DSC would be crying inside because I was living 5 years in medical school. Papa Apoki open gate. My father would open gate. Sometimes I would sit with him. One of the days, they carried me in a convoy to the same hotel where my father was a gate man. Put me in a suite, 2 television studios. And I remember my father used to answer yes sir. I called the manager, I said yes sir. I called security, he said yes sir. I called steward, I called all of them. They answer yes sir. Yet when my papa answer, they get around here, they answer to the return. And when I finished speaking in Port Harcourt, the hall erupted. Education trains you to be a lion. Don't behave like a goat. Don't rig election for school certificate holder. Don't misbehave for a stupid illiterate rich man. I carry myself with pride. What is here is more than what is in your pocket. Your wealth has expiring dates, but my intellect has no expiring date. It increases with age. When I finished speaking, that manager that refused to acknowledge me, he said, "Doctor, sir, don't enter. Doctor, sir, can you come and share this message for 2 days in my community?" I said, it will cost you $500,000 for me to come. He agreed. Why? It's not by power. It's not by carrying gun. If you don't go to school, if you dey vex, na house you dey born. Person wey no go school, if you dey vex, na cutlass you dey carry. Person wey go school, if you dey vex, you dey call him lawyer. Am I talking to somebody? It's only a stupid boy that will be a cultist in the university. What are you joining God for? When they are raping your mothers in the bush, you can't find them. Who has cultism employed? The maximum you can be to end in Delta State. When you cross this boundary, nobody knows you. It's your performance that will rock. Am I talking to somebody? The future starts now. What we will do to our children, the way our children will study in school, the seriousness with which we will manage them, school proprietors, principals. How can you do expo for your children? How can Christians be doing expo? My son was in Indonesia. I asked him what is Iniesta's plan. He was in 4th year. He didn't know it. I took him from year 4 to year 2 in Europe. I said, you will kill me in old age if you don't know Iniesta's plan. I took my daughter from year 3 to write JAM because I insist on sound education. So the future starts now, the training at home, the training in the school. But I want to thank Apoki Community Development Union. I first shared this philosophy at Owolopo Community Development Union, their annual general meeting. We had, before now, we had community-based development, CDD, Fadama 1, Fadama 2, Fadama 3, community-based development. We now have community-driven development. Community-driven development, you will put, the community will tell you what they need, then you will put it. But check, past communities, you will see that taps will be running, water will be wasting. Non-native will go there to change the tap head because they did not initiate it. So I came up with a concept, community-initiated development. Today, Ottawa Community Development Union has woken up that we can't wait for government to train our children. When we train our children, we will give them scholarship. Because we are investing into our future. Let me quickly say something. My father, when he became a refuse collector, they were making mockery of him. You know, there are people who can sin and abuse you. And they said, make with my father's name. Don't be worried. People who go your way. Every day government, they do your way. They make mockery of me. When they invited me to speak, I finished speaking. As I was going to my car, one old man came. On a young man, cool. I don't want to go down there. I enjoy you, Bona. A promotion. When he was making mockery of my father, he was looking at now. But my father was looking at tomorrow. When they told my father to marry a second wife, he said he will not get an erection if he does not finish training me. So today, I'm the only child remaining. But I'm more than 7 children. I come from a front on Otokutu. 1 December, one of my friends sent 1 million. We bought rice, we bought beans, gari, and distributed to old people. The people were praying for me. Recently, I went to Otokutu, repeatedly, bought rice, bought gari, bought beans. I met that man at government college in Uni through education, and I gave to my community. Today, I'm building a polytechnic in my mother's town. Today, I'm opening a totally new city, not with my money, but with my phone. When I'm going to this thing that is recording, I'm going to share it online. So the whole world will see what we are doing now. And I have a lot of followers all over the world. So, when my king said we needed to open new cities in the front of, because it's the only kingdom that is a small town. I didn't want to use the word village. Maybe some of them are here so that they won't go and report me in the palace. I decided to take King's vision and run with it. Today, we've sold more than 100 acres of land to people in America, in Greece, in the United Kingdom, Yoruba. A totally new effort is going to open up. Might not be polytechnic I'm building here. Isoko land and Orobo land is not a burial ground. Don't live all your life in worry. Live all your life in Lagos. When you die, they come and bury here. A time is coming we will reject some dead bodies. So they were sharing things and sharing things. Then my mother-in-law said, this my pikin when the girl, when they go school, what do you wanna go do? They said, hey, you know what that they don't train girls. That when they train girls, they train for the husband. And my mother-in-law stood up. How much is the school fees? They said 60 naira. She said I can pay. My mother-in-law trained my wife through primary, secondary, through school of nursing, and I married her. In September this year, we are going to open we have built a school there. It's like Europe. We are going to open that school. It's the biggest building owned by a native. Even with the men and their baby, my wife has built a building there better than anyone a native has built. Hey, you know what? Train the girls. They will marry good husbands who will bring pride to your community. And let me tell you, if you have a senior son who is stupid, and you have a daughter who is more reasonable, like Dangote, the daughter is managing his sugar factory. Like Ladon group of companies, a doctor who is a female is managing the companies. Like Sabanchi Foundation in Turkey, that pays 5% of the annual tax of Turkey is managed by a woman, a daughter. When we see girls who are brilliant, let's not wait for walking stick and cap. Let's train them. They can be better than some of the boys we are thinking will inherit our property. I want to thank this community, and I want to say we cannot wait for the President General. I will leave here immediately. But when you are going to be making free speeches, if 10 of you give 100,000, we have gotten scholarship for the next 10 people. If 10 of you give 50,000 outside this, we will have got scholarship for the next set of people. I believe that this community, I'm stealing with my eyes. I'm going on to replicate what I have stolen with my eyes. You can't arrest me. But this is something worthy of emulation. If you get money, show up now. Invest in somebody. And I round up with this. Tupac Shakur, a musician, a rap musician said, if you don't spread your riches to the poor will spread their poverty to you. All my sons are overseas. I have a grandson born overseas. At the end of the month, he's going to be about 3 weeks old. At the end of the month, they will be paying him 60,000 naira allowance. He will go to university from cradle to the end free because they value education in that country. But listen, those my children, when they come to visit me, they won't go to foreign market. They won't walk on foreign roads. If we don't train these children, they will be angry against us and they will kidnap us and our children. I said this, you know what, Lego? And the put forever call his son. His son came home and they kidnapped his son. I warn you, any investment you make now is for your own safety, the safety of your children, because the future starts now. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki.